What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day, and today is Monday, December 29th. No victory Monday for us for a third straight week. That I am definitely not okay with. 3 straight losses. How things change so fast, right? 3 weeks ago, we were up by 9 in the second half against the Broncos, a team who most thought was one of the NFL's best. And then, as we all know, Micah goes down, Christian Watson goes down. We choke away that lead. We choke away the game against Chicago that we should have won. Choke away the NFC North. And most recently on Saturday night, we get bulldozed by Derrick Henry and the Ravens. Probably one of the roughest 3-week stretches we've ever had as Packers fans. So with all that, we are still heading to the playoffs, whatever that means at this moment in time. We are locked in as the 7th seed, and thank goodness for the 7th seed, because without it, we would currently be on a 4-year drought of making the postseason. So, but that is not the case. 7th seed is locked in. We are headed to the postseason, and we'll play either the Bears in Chicago or the Eagles in Philadelphia. Here is how that is determined. If the Bears beat Detroit this weekend, it's simple. We are heading to Soldier Field for a wild card weekend. If the Bears lose to the Lions and the Eagles lose to the Commanders, we are still going to Soldier Field. The only scenario in which we would go out to Philadelphia is if the Bears lose and the Eagles win. And the Eagles play the Commanders, so I would imagine that they win that game. So it comes down to the Bears game against the Lions. If they win, we are going to Chicago for a wild card weekend. And if they lose and the Eagles win, obviously we are going to Philadelphia. So we'll be watching those games this weekend to see where we head for wild card weekend. Going to be a tough game either way. So anybody planning to maybe head up to Minnesota this weekend to catch the Packers game? Anybody planning or thinking of going to Chicago, most likely for the playoff game? If so, do not buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. They guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the market. And if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else. And TickPick is the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers22 for an extra $22 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Shout out to TickPick. They are the best in the biz. Let's hop into the comment section here, shall we? And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332, the Midwest personal injury law firm that actually shows up when you need them. If you've been hurt in a crash, fall, or another accident, the last thing you want to deal with is the insurance companies and paperwork. Nicolet Law takes that off your plate so you can focus on healing up. They walk you through your options, they handle the insurance companies, and fight to get you what is fair. No upfront fees, no guesswork, just local attorneys who have your back. Call 1-800-NICOLET or visit nicolet.com. What do we got cooking up on this beautiful Monday, a victoryless Monday, of course? 3 straight Mondays without a victory Monday, and it seems like forever ago, right? The last one we had was after the Bears game when we became the number 2 seed in the NFC, and obviously in first place in the North. A lot has changed since that day. So what do we got cooking up in the chat? My man Ken in the house. It's crazy. The North is crazy. Remember last year when Detroit was 15-2 and Minnesota was 14-3? Now they are both 8-8. Yeah, Ken, it's crazy to think about what a difference is made within the past year, right? The Vikings falling off with no Sam Darnold. J.J. McCarthy hasn't proven that he's really the guy yet. Injuries have kind of hindered his year so far, and lack of successful play. And then the Lions, the biggest fall off, in my opinion. I expected a little bit of a regression with both of their offensive and defensive coordinators leaving, but they still got some good guys over there. I didn't think that they were going to miss the playoffs like they did this year. And yeah, here we are again. Packers, 7th seed. And the craziest one of them all is the Bears winning the North. Caleb Williams and the Bears have won the North more recently than Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. Jordan Love has actually never won the NFC North as a starter, which is unfortunate to say out loud, to say the least. So, yeah, Ken, I'm with you. What a difference a year makes, right? Thanks for tuning in, my man. Appreciate you. What else we got? Tracy, think we rest the starters this weekend? I do, Tracy. The starters that we have left anyways, right? Seems like every week we're losing 3 to 4 guys. And with that said, you can't rest everybody, but I think we'll end up resting as many as we can, whether that's completely being inactive or if they are out there for the first drive or two. I don't think we'll see many of our preferred starters getting any serious time, which I think is the right move. Jordan with the concussion, Josh Jacobs with the knee that he's been battling with most of the year, Evan Williams with the knee, Zach Tom has missed the last few games with the knee as well. Every team is banged up, of course, at this time of the year, but when you look at who on our team is banged up, it's our top guys at a lot of the positions dealing with some sort of injury that's caused them to miss time. So got to rest up, get ready for either Chicago or Philadelphia, right? I will say we probably are only able to rest maybe 5 or 10 guys fully. We don't have, 2-3 deep at every single position, especially given the injuries. So we shall see. Hopefully they rest as many as possible, though. That's kind of where my head's at. Thank you, Tracy. What else we got? My man Corey in the house. Malik is the man. What are your thoughts? Is he really going to play for the Vikings next season? Whoo, that's a loaded question. I hope not. Him and J.J. McCarthy battling it out. I feel like if that were the case, Malik would have an uphill battle. He's at a pretty big disadvantage going against what was supposed to be the franchise quarterback in Minnesota. So I don't think if that would be the case that he would really get a fair shake at winning the starting job. I hope he goes somewhere like Miami, right? Maybe they could use him for a couple of years. Maybe go somewhere like the Jets, somewhere where hopefully he can start because he deserves it. He's been balling out. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate you. My man, Phil, in the house. Will we let Danny Whelan punt then on Sunday? He has not punted for a while, right? And in games that he has not punted, we have lost all 3 of them. So, which is crazy. There's been 11 games in the NFL this year where a team has not punted. And the NFL is 8-3 in those games. And we are those 3 games that are losses. So pretty wild, right, Phil? Hopefully he'll start punting because, yeah, when he hasn't punted, it has not been good. My man, King AJ, in the house. Can we put Call Oliver, Bo Melton, someone on the practice squad to see what else we got on the team on defense? We have to have some hidden potential somewhere. Well, anything is going to be better than what's being trotted out there right now, right? There's absolutely no pass rush outside of Kingsley Enagbare. LVN had a good game too. Mainly talking about Rashawn Gary, who's been just absolutely abysmal the second half of this season. And then, yeah, on the outside, Carrington Valentine, Keyshawn Nixon, not getting the job done. Carrington Valentine got benched last weekend, and because of injuries, he came back in. So, yeah, put Bo Melton out there. Why not? I'd rather see Bo Melton at corner than I would at wide receiver. So let's just say that. Thank you, King AJ. Appreciate you. What else we got? Liam, has Rashawn Gary been on the field this season? Boom! Liam in here bringing some heat now. Rashawn does have 7.5 sacks this year. The problem is that they all came before week 8. Since then, he has had 0 sacks. He has had 0 tackle for losses. He got blocked up by a backup wide receiver on the Derrick Henry touchdown towards the end of the game. It has been pretty dang awful for Rashawn in the second half of this season. And I wish I could tell you that there was some sort of injury that he's dealing with, but Coach just said Saturday night after the game that is not the case. So he basically just said that he, along with everybody else, just needs to play better. So, yeah, we probably saw Rashawn Gary's last game at Lambeau this past weekend. So he is just simply not playing good at all. So simple as that. He's not playing good. It's not looking good. It looks ugly. I think his time in Green Bay is coming to an end. Thank you, Liam. Jason, who would you rather face in the wild card round? Jason, I was dead set on wanting to play the Bears until yesterday. Last night we all saw they were scoring with ease, and against our defense, I think they would do the same thing, even though we did do pretty well against them a couple weeks ago. I just think, I think they're starting to click and they're on the rise while our defense is starting to fall apart. So as far as who I think we would have the best chance of beating, I think it's Philly. And yesterday in their game against the Bills, they did not complete one pass in the second half and still won, which is crazy. So I think we'd be able to score on them more than we did during the Monday night game earlier in the year. And I think their offense is looking pretty shaky right now. So even though I think we'll end up playing in Chicago, I'm kind of hoping we instead head out to Philly. But even though I think our odds of winning wouldn't be as good, I don't think anything would be sweeter than going into Chicago and ending their season. So I really am cool with either matchup, to be honest. I think we match up better against Philly, but beating the Bears in Chicago would be pretty dang sweet. So thank you, Jason. Appreciate you as always for hopping in. If you're a first timer here, I am live every single day on the GBP Daily YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, could you please do me a huge favor? Just hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's just right there. Hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. Ryan in the house. Clayton Tune leading the way this weekend. Ryan, I don't know for sure. I hope it's Malik. At least that way we'd be able to move up and down the field, you'd hope. And that's no disrespect to Clayton Tune. I just think with Malik, we'll have a decent shot at winning, honestly, regardless of who's out there for him to work with. With Clayton, a guy who's been on the practice squad all year, I think he has one career start. We'd be on and off the field so quick offensively that I think our defense would just get pretty worn down fast. So can't have that, even if it is mostly reserve guys. I do feel bad for Tune, though, on Saturday night. That throw to Bo Melton hit him in the hands, and, of course, it gets picked off. So not sure why Bo Melton is out there on the field as a wide receiver at all with the guys that we have. Him getting target share when Matthew Golden is pretty much doing nothing or getting no action is hard to watch. So hopefully that changes here moving forward. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you.